But right now, the reason na kailangan ko rin mag-live ngayon is because these things are happening while we are in a particular political situation. Okay, number one, we are led by a president to whom the public's confidence has been increasingly, well, has been decreasing at a more and more rapid state, kumbaga, rapid rate, uh, as more and more revelations come out about issues on corruption, possible drug use, and so on. And this is affecting governance. Now, well, of course, the actual manner in which this particular administration has been governing us since 2022 leaves so much to be desired, so that the accusations of corruption are on top of the accusations of incompetence. Okay, let's begin. Hi, sabi ni XOXO. I know it's not a happy day, but I still need to greet you. Good morning, attorney watching from New Zealand. I am so proud of everyone here who, in spite of the fact that it is not exactly a happy day, that we are up and about and still, concerned to the best of our abilities for our country. Natuto talaga tayo, no? We really learned a lot from Rodrigo Duterte. And I will always use that saying, you fall down 6 times, you get up 7. It's the only way to defeat powerful forces. Sabi ni Ma'am Marilyn, super heartbroken. Yes, ma'am. And I understand that. But I would like to take a cue from the Duterte family, who have said that they have accepted the decision with a peaceful heart. And while my heart is not yet peaceful, I look to them for their leadership. And times like these, when I am not sure how to respond, I will take a look at how VP Inday does it, how Mayor Baste does it, and take our cue from there. So, and yes, I understand that there's so much, kumbaga, we feel that needs to be expressed. But I want you to maintain that we are proudly raised by a Duterte and therefore must act accordingly. Okay. Now, the one thing that I am absolutely sure about is that I will never, ever blame anybody for the choices that VP Inday made running for vice president. That is no longer for discussion. Nothing can be changed about that. And if you will look at the details of that choice, then you will understand that it was somehow inevitable. Sabi ni Moy Moy 474, I want to return every favor they made to us when it is Sarah's term come 2028. Good job. The other thing that we need to watch is that we should never, ever let the administration or the other parlors, kumbaga, gain the upper hand, especially not coming from us. Do you know that sometimes kayo na rin or tayo na rin ang gumagawa ng PR nila? Whenever you say, ang problema malakas sila eh. Ang problema hawak nila lahat. Ang problema ganito. Mga darling, ang dami na natin problema, wag nyo nang dagdagan. At wag nyo nang purihin yung kabila. Oo, malakas sila, nakaupo sila sa puwesto, hindi niyo na kailangan i-point out 'yan. But the Constitution was built to protect the individuals against a powerful state. Do not ever forget that. And so, given na ganyan talaga yung pagka-create ng Constitution natin, then the way that we are going to conduct ourselves is always to remember that not only are we protected by the Constitution, but that it reminds us and should constantly remind us that we are more powerful. Okay? In many instances nga lang is that the government has created so many ways to stop us, to discourage us, and to slow us down. But they will not win because nga governments are empowered by the people. Now, there are many ways that those in power will try to undermine this. And yes, I understand kung bakit minsan it feels like gulping-gulpi na tayo and that we are oppressed. We are. No question. Sometimes, I can feel that they are, kumaga, misinterpreting the laws or even the Constitution so that it is weaponized against us, the people. That is true. I feel that way a lot sometimes, but never forget, andito pa tayo. And never forget that the reasons they have been operating against the Dutertes, against vloggers, against ordinary people like us, the reason they're doing this is simple. Because they recognize our strength, our power, and they are afraid of a coming defeat. Hindi sila gagalaw kung sa tingin nila mahina lang tayo. Hindi sila gagalaw kung sa tingin nila sure thing ng panalo sila sa 2028. They would not bother to oppress the VP. They would not bother to send PRD to The Hague. They would not bother to file cases against vloggers, to haul us into Congress, to always make us the people to blame for every little thing. Hiding behind these acts of oppression is a genuine fear that we will win. So let's give them something to be afraid of. Let's keep winning. And don't help them. Every time you post, ang problema malakas sila. That's a point in their favor. They know that people who say that are those who are despairing and ready to give up. Bakit natin bibigay yun? Sino ba sila? Ha? They are supposed to be servants of the people. Sino yung people? Hindi ba tayo yun? So, we may be up against people who appear to be powerful. We may be up against the machinery of the state. And it will feel sometimes that we are alone. But we are not. We have each other. And we have always had each other. We've had PRD, we've had VP, we've had Mayor Baste, we've had Kong Pulong, we've had them all. They've never left us. Diba? And even while our hearts are broken, do not give them the satisfaction. They will come to our walls and say, denied. They will come to our walls and say, di na uuwi yan, or anything like that. What is the best revenge? Is never to give in to despair. Never to believe what they are telling us. never to break down. Do not give them the satisfaction of appearing that we believe we have lost. As you know, when we're talking about war, it is composed of many battles. So, you can lose a battle, but we will not lose the war. In the meantime, what have they been doing to us? The reason yung revelations ni Zaldico have been accepted, have spread like wildfire, and the reason BBM has a difficult time facing audiences lately is this. It appears true. It sounds true. And as it happens now, may mga lumilitaw na rin. Finally, people who are writing about it and saying, Zaldico seems to have something there because the documents agree. The documents appear that they support the manifestation made by former Congressman Ko, that insertions were made. Now, the other thing that you also need to understand is that not everything is solvable by filing a case. Okay? A lot of the despairing comments that I have been seeing say, kontrolado naman nila lahat eh. Ang lakas-lakas nila eh. Hawak naman nila lahat eh. Yeah, sige, okay, hawak nila lahat. But they can't make us shut up. You see, this is the thing. And that's the reason why hindi bumibenta yung sinasabi nila na Zaldico, umuwi ka, file mo kaso mo dito. Precisely because confidence in the system is at an all-time low, along with the confidence of the capacity of the president to continue to lead us. Diba? So why? Why would it, the reason Zaldico didn't file the case in the Philippines is precisely that. Because there are so many opportunities for interfering, and other forms of corruption, because that is precisely what we are accused, what Congressman Saldi has accused this government of doing. Kaya nga, walang natutuwa dun sa sagot ng admin. Ano yung sinasabi parati ng admin? File your case here, file your affidavit here, make your complaint here. Sa Pilipinas daw. Talaga? Baka nga pag-landing ng aeroplano, baka hindi na nga makalanding yun eh. So, don't look for solutions that are already built for us to lose. The Constitution allows us, if you look at it, dun sa Bill of Rights, to peaceably assemble and petition for redress of grievances. Hindi nakalagay na kailangan kang pumunta sa hukuman. You can speak. You can bring it to the people. You can take to the streets and say, we believe you need a drug test, Mr. President. The constitutional requirement does not include that the person has to go to court, a requirement to go to court. Kaya stop using that because yan yung weapon ng administrasyon. Whenever they say, file your case here, it reminds me of that poem. Ano yung poem na yun? Won't you come into my parlor, said the spider to the fly. Do you know that? Anong ibig sabihin nun? Uy, dito ka mag-file, and it's a trap. So natatawa ako dun sa mga tao na file your case. BS and a half. I'm taking the constitutional guarantee of free speech and assembly and taking it to the streets. Di ba? Sino may sabi na kailangan i-file yung kaso if a matter of public interest can be discussed and we can petition for redress of grievances. It's in the Constitution. Sabi ni Mr. Guzman, they're calling uwi Zaldico para panagutin. Pero si PRD ayaw pa uwiin to face the cases sa Pilipinas. Di ba? Now, peaceably assemble to petition for redress of grievances can also be done online. So, and di ba, kaya recognize when you have a good thing. Hindi yung, why are there so many despairing comments when we're actually winning the comms game? Do you understand this? Sabi ni Dax, the most hateful of all topics of Zaldico is that of Lisa Marcos. Kasi hindi naman ako bumoto doon. Tapos nangingialam siya sa governing process at nakikikorrupt din ng billions. Well said, sir. Sabi ni Sir Maxi, the fly loves the poop. Is that what it means? No. This is important. Perlito says, akala ng mga dilawan Duterte's name will be banished in the political world. Nagkamali sila. Maaaring ang mga dilawan ang mawala sa political scene. Oh, ito, Joseph, ayan ka na naman. Kaso kapit tuko si Pangulo. In 2028, he'll be gone. O tapos sasabihin ninyo, paano kung mag-declare siya ng martial law? Martial law will not override the constitutional prescription for the number of years a president can serve. So, ang request ko ganito, can we stop using the term, ang problema, kasi right away, you're already putting a roadblock in our own path. Yung mga tipong, malapit na 2028, ang problema, di ba baba si BBM eh. Ba't yung tinutulungan siya? Bakit, kayo yung nag-work ng PR niya? Problema, hawak ni presidente si ganito, si ombudsman, si ganyan. Bakit inuunahan nyo? Teka muna. Gawin muna natin kaya. Nadala na ba sa ombudsman? Sabi ni Pedro, hold our ground until 2028. Yan, that is the mindset. Alam natin yung problema. Alam natin na ang mga nakaupo sa puwesto ngayon will not want to give up power. Andiyan na tayo, 'di niyo na kailangan gawin yang PR para sa kanila. Kasi what you're doing is projecting na powerful sila, but the fact is every day since lumabas yung mga revelations, every day people are losing confidence, trust in the president, and there might come a time when it will be difficult for those who need to obey him to actually follow his orders. Why? You will have a doubt if his mental health is not sufficiently explained. Yan. Sabi ni Ma'am Jennifer, if not today, we have 2028. There you go. Actually, we have every day until 2028. Sabi ni For the PH, let's not give up just because it's hard. Let's continue to participate in rallies, ask for transparency and accountability. This is something that FPRD will do. We can do this. He led the way. Huwag natin isayang yung tinuro niya sa atin. Sabi ng Kate 86, ayaw nyo kasing ilatag ang baraha nyo through legal means para makilatis kung may merit ang paratang. And how did this administration manage to corrupt itself? The documents are already there for your perusal kung marunong ka lang tumingin. Pangalawa, the government can keep secrets pero kami hindi. That's not fair. So, why should we, go to your parlor? Why should we go to the very place where this administration intends to trap us? Wag na, oy! We're smarter than that. Thank you kay I am Christine. Yon, sabi ni Jello, tama ito. Let's not give them the winning mindset. Don't do their PR for them. Don't keep repeating that they're powerful because as we speak, the lack of confidence, the lack of trust of the people in them, that's going to be on the record. That will be history forever. It's all right to feel despair, by the way. We are human. And yeah, we want to see PRD. Of course we do. But they're not going to get us. They're not going to, we won't give them a chance to gloat over this. Sabi ni Kambal, balik ka na sa spokes. Natutuwa kasi ako na nandun ka para makarating ang totoong nangyayari. Hindi lang storya nila naririnig. So thank you very much for that. I will be back. I just can't say yet when. But I will be back. Huwag mag-alala. Sabi ni Paffy, May 2028 pa kung kaya nilang laruin ang batas ngayon. May final reckoning pa para sa mga walang hiyang admin na to. Correct. Very well said. Sabi ni Mark, it is in these times of darkness that we should be resilient and rally behind each other and show them that we will not relent and that we are unbound. Hi, Miss Christine. Sabi ni Anonymous, a Filipino can get 300,000 pesos if he goes to Ukraine. Yes, he can. And I will not, kumbaga, hindi ko ipagkakaila dun sa mga gustong pumunta. It's all right. I think na kung merong pagkakakitaan ng Pinoy, dapat kumita. Kasi mahirap ang panahon ngayon. Sabi ni Fast Gamer, ibang oras na po live ninyo ngayon. Ay hindi po, 2 beses tayo magla-live ngayong araw na ito. Alam ko umaga sa Manila ngayon, so pasensya na. Yung iba sa inyo, manapaaga yata ng gising. So, the topic of our talk today, our discussions today, Ma'am Mocha Princess, thank you very much. Sabi niya, be at peace with the knowledge that in the toughest of times, the promise of the good Lord says, it too shall pass. Wag lang si Gandalf. All right. So, the topic of our discussions today is what are Marcos' options? Okay. Bakit? Because we have to be on top. We have to understand what they're going to try to do next. Now, President Marcos is reeling from bad ratings. He's reeling from all of these accusations that he cannot sufficiently explain. And he knows that no matter how they challenge Zaldico or even Amy Marcos to go to court and prove their accusations, they're not going to get their forum. We're too smart. We're not going to go to a forum where they can beat us. We're going to go to a forum where we control the narrative. Which is why pikon na pikon yung mga trolls ngayon. No matter what, it's like, when the trolls come to my wall, tapos binlock mo, nagagalit sila. Because they want to be heard and they want to be heard in our platforms. They want us to feel demoralized. They want to insult us. They want to, to troll us. Gustong-gusto nilang aasarin nila tayo. So we deny them that. You can block them. You can just delete their comments. You can deny them the opportunity to get a word in dito sa atin. Bakit? Gumawa sila ng forum nila. Magsalita sila sa mga walls nila. But nobody but nobody can do social media the way you guys do. Thank you, K.O. Furian. Sabi ni Allen, feeling ko papamudmud ng ayuda. It didn't work eh. Ang problema, baka wala ng DPWH staff ang pumayag sa SOP nila dahil makukulong ay DPWH staff. I agree with your last part. But you're right, that's an option. What will Marcos do? What are his options? Number one, they can go back to the ayuda system. But limited na. They did it in 2024 and we now know na yung ayuda ay nanggaling sa mga insertions. Diba? I mean, creative accounting and juggling. So, medyo may mga nakatanggap, pero actually, marami naman yung nakapagpabulsa. So, it wasn't really effective. Anong gagawin nila next? Didiinin nila ang mga Duterte. Diba? Because that's always been in their plans. Hindi nila impeach si VP Inday. So they're going after the senators who they think are going to vote against VP Inday. But here's the problem. Kahit mag-file sila ng mga kaso ngayon, hindi kaagad madidetain yung mga senador. Yung iba available pa, but the others baka hindi available. Now here's the thing. If you go after the senators, even if they file the impeachment case later on, do you honestly think matutuloy yung impeachment? Here's the other problem. You need to pay off also people in Congress. So saan sila kukuha ng pera? Nakabantay na sa mga insertions. Plus, it's so hard to keep a secret in the Philippines, di ba? So ano pa sa tingin niyo yung mga options? So, ayuda, yung impeachment, or meaning going after the Dutertes, going after their allies. But they're already doing that. So ang tingin ko, para ma-distract tayo, the president will order more cases and more cases to be filed. Here's where they might fail. Pag kaliwat kanan sila nagfa-file ng mga kaso, what happens? Ang dami nilang enemies. Can the Marcos administration afford so many enemies at a time when public confidence in them is at an all-time low? Not only that, can they start trusting other people? Wala na si Saldico. Under siege si Martin Romualdez and he's not the speaker. Who will the president trust next time? And politicians looking to survive. So, where was I? Who can the president trust? Habang tumatagal, there are less and less people he can trust. Politicians looking to survive after 2028 will now have to start considering their position. They know that this kind of situation where the president's image is so badly battered, pag dumikit ka sa presidente, mahahawa ka eh. So, yung mga politicians na gustong mag-survive, sa tingin nyo, didikit pa yan sa presidente? Mapapagkatiwalaan ba sila ng presidente? Yun, sabi ni Very exactly. Tapos halatang gamitan lang talaga admin ni B. Nga naman. Sabi ni Ten, magbaliktad na si Martin. Baka. You never know because it's a matter of survival now. Thank you, Ma'am Imelda. Hi kay Ma'am Kresha. Tapos ito pa, pansinin ninyo. Yung momentum ng mga resign all, humihina na. Yung mga nagsasabing resign din daw si VP Inday. Ang hina, walang kakapitan na logic. Alam niyo kung bakit? Kay Presidente Marcos, sunod-sunod yung mga akusasyon sa kanya and a simple perusal of the budgets will reveal that may mga nawawala nga. Kay VP Inday, hindi. May CF issue siya, yung 71 million. It's not 125 ha. It's 71 million kasi inalaw yung iba. Now, she answered that and COA has not issued a decision. So anong sinasabi nila? May proseso, sumunod si VP Inday sa proseso, hindi pa nagdidesisyon ng COA and yet somehow it's her fault. They're trying to make it look like the VP does not explain, but she did explain. She explained to COA. She filed her counter affidavit kung di ako nagkakamali, sa ombudsman. Nag-file siya dun sa NBI ng sagot niya. Lahat ng kaso ni VP sinagot niya. So, ano yung sinasabi nilang hindi siya nag-i-explain? So, the reason it's slowing down is because wala talaga silang makakalkal against the Vice President. Sasabihin nila, corrupt. Nasaan ang issue ng corruption? Sa confidential fund? Bakit hindi pa nagruruling ang COA kung mayroon nga? Finailan na nga siya sa ombudsman because the Vice President apparently, according to them, is not immune from suit. Taki? Akala natin. Wala kasi nakalagay sa Constitution. Pero kung impeachable ka kasi, dapat hindi na file sa ombudsman. Gayun pa man, sinasagot ni VP Inday lahat yan. So, hindi nagkakaroon ng momentum. Ginagawa nila is, ito lang ang pinaka-strategiya nila. Sasabihin nila, politika lang yang mga allegations ng corruption, etc. Kay BBM kasi si VP Inday naman ang corrupt. On our end, VP Inday corrupt. Tignan nyo nga, they are not similarly situated. Tama, sabi ni For the PH, I also appreciate Leandro Leviste for saying that the VP does not have insertions. Well said. Hi, Ma'am Christine. Sabi niya, hey, morning live. Hello, attorney and everyone. Virtual reassuring pats on the back and hugs to us all Duterte supporters because we see their policies as pro-PH. Hi, Miss Ruth. Sabi ni Hansky, after all of this, 100% ubos, kaban ng bayan, all evidence tampered and acquitted, kawawa tayo. Wow, that's looking for the silver, that's looking for the cloud around the silver lining. Sabi ni Kim. Sabi nga ni Congressman Legarda ba yun, halos buong gobyerno may insertion from senators to congressmen. Then nung nag-react kunwari yung si Alcheco, ba yun na reporter mentioning VP Sara, the kind congressman told them that lahat may insertions except si VP Inday. Sabi ni Mr. Guzman, the president is very clear na puppet na siya ng mga liberal. He pleases them now. Siya naman ang ilulubog. Hi, Miss John. Sabi niya, hayagan na ayaw kay VP. Siya ba naman pinagre-resign ng mga peking pro-BBM? Nga eh. Sabi ni Norman Aaron, chismis lang yan. Oh, chismis lang naman pala. Anong kinatatakutan ninyo? Why so scared? Diba? Magchichismisan lang kami dito. Huwag mo kaming pansinin. Diba? Ewan ko, yung presidente ninyo, takot na takot sa chismis. Sabi ni Queen, it's very obvious now. This is revenge from the NPA supported by BBM, backed by oligarchs and drug cartels that got mad and affected by PRD during his war on drugs. Don't worry, we're the good guys.